Hey everyone, it's Lillian, the Postmodern mom from the Postmodern family. And today I'm going to spend my day talking to you about some thoughts that I've had. I think there's such a joy in keeping a good home, in watching your children grow up, in cooking and cleaning and supporting your husband. So this is now going to be my weekly chat with you guys about the things I'm reading, what I'm wearing, the food we're eating, and just generally what's going on in my mind. Hopefully it provides you some insight onto our lifestyle as a traditional family, and also encourages you guys in your own motherhood journeys, parenthood journeys as well. Very nice. What's that? You don't know?
It's a gorilla.
A gorilla?
Yeah.
Wow. Our daughter's really into drawing, as you can see. She draws the most fantastic little sketches, and she also loves coloring. So maybe what we'll do is we'll have her do it on a huge canvas, and then we'll sell them as modern art. Okay, go on. So the skirt that I'm wearing today is a new skirt. New in the sense that I just bought it from the charity shop down the street. I absolutely love this charity shop because they have a little rack that's the half off section. So not only is it marked down, not only is it charity shop prices. For example, this skirt was originally £4 and then it was half off, so it was actually £2. And my favorite thing about these kinds of skirts, I didn't think that they sold them here, is that this is a wrap around skirt. Check this out. Wraps all the way around, and which is great because it fits all different body shapes and sizes, and it's really comfortable. It feels like silk. I'm not sure exactly what it's made out of. And here we go. It is 60% polyester, 40% viscose, exclusive of trim. It's just so fun, and I love the shape of it. It's got a really nice A-line shape to it. Yeah, I'm really excited about my my £2 skirt. The next thing we're going to talk about is the food that we've been eating. So this is the beginning of week 3 of our keto diet. It stands for ketosis or ketogenic diet, and basically it's all about training your body to burn fat as its source of energy instead of carbs and sugar as its primary source of energy. So the Western diet is full of carbs and sugars, and it's cheaper, it's easy to access. Anytime you want to go and pick up a ready-to-eat packed lunch, you've got bread in there and often lots of sugary drinks, etc. Your goal is to train your body to burn fat as a source of energy, which basically means you have to starve your body of carbs and sugars. And in fact, most carbs are not good for you anyway. There are obviously good carbs. There are carbs in vegetables. There's carbs in fruit. But if you want to lose weight, and if you were just starting out with the keto zone diet, the doctor who's the author of the book, Keto Zone Diet, recommends that you limit your carb intake to 20 grams a day. So initially that was really difficult. I did read the book in one sitting. It was a really interesting book. And it really convinced me, the book itself convinced me to take on this diet because it made it cut and dry, really clear, an understanding of why people are struggling with their weight. This diet asks you to do is eat 70% fats. This is healthy fats, butter, coconut oil, fats in meat, avocados have lots of fat, olive oil, olives, etc. Then 15% carbs and 15% protein. But when you do it initially, he asks you to limit your carb intake down to 20 grams. So right now I'm eating about 20 grams of carbs a day. I got this app called the Keto Diet app, and it just helps me figure out what my carb limit is. And it also estimates for you how much of the other stuff you should eat based on your height and your weight and your goals. So my goal is to lose weight because I still have some postpartum weight on me from the baby, and that's what I've been doing for the last 2 weeks, and this is the beginning of the 3rd week. I feel like I have a good, even energy, so I don't feel like I'm crashing in the middle of the day. I also feel like I'm eating less, which is really interesting. I don't feel the need to snack very much throughout the day. And the only thing that I really, really miss is ice cream. If you're interested in starting the diet, I would definitely read this book. And then the app that I got, so by the way, I am not sponsored or paid by the keto diet people, whoever they are, Dr. Colbert, but I am very excited about the results. I've already lost almost 5 kilos and it's been 2 weeks. That's about 10.4 pounds. That's incredible. That's incredible. 10 pounds in 2 weeks. The Keto Zone diet, this is Keto Diet app. It shows you the 4 categories. This is the calories. It doesn't say to count calories in the book, but it just helps you know what the other ones are calculated based on, because these are calculated based on percentage of your total calorie intake. This one up here is the fats, then you've got your protein, and then your carbs. And then down here you can add food. So you can add food by clicking this button here, and then you can type it in and find what you've eaten, and then that'll help calculate what your intake was for the day. And yeah, so this has been really helpful just to figure out what we're doing in the beginning, but now I don't even waste time putting things in this app because I have a good sense now of what we eat and how that fits into what we're supposed to be eating. Just got a delivery from a new organic supplier. We used to get our weekly deliveries from Riverford, which is an organic meat and veggie company. However, I investigated further after reading the Keto Zone diet book and the importance of grass-fed meat. I decided to look up if there was any farm out there that did 100% grass-fed. And unfortunately, Riverford only does 60% grass-fed. So we found another company called Abel and Cole, and so far it's been really fantastic. In fact, I've branched out, and not only do I get my meat there, I get my veggies, I get eggs, try to get everything, and that means I canceled my Tesco subscription, the weekly delivery thing. I no longer shop at Tesco. I don't go there for pretty much anything except to get some petrol. Now, what have I been digesting spiritually? What have I been listening to? I just finished a book by Francine Rivers, who is an author who is a Christian now, but when she first started writing books, she was not a Christian, and she wrote steamy romantic novels, period novels. And I was recommended to read one of her books, which was probably the most famous one, called Redeeming Love. And it was a story similar to the story of Hosea and Hosea's wife Gomer, and it's set in like Western country, Western American times. That was really enjoyable. I really enjoyed listening to it. So I don't really spend the time to sit down, open a book, and read. The last book I've read from cover to cover is actually this one. I did it in one sitting. But usually I don't have time to sit down and read a book, so I have been using Audible, which is fantastic, and I just love listening to book after book after book. So I just finished a book called Bridge to Haven, which was really nice. I was surprised that it was so good because it's probably like my 5th book that I've read of Francine Rivers, or listened to. And then I just started The Core by Lee A. Bortons. Lee is a homeschooling mother of 4. She is the founder of the Classical Conversations method that we are using with our daughter for homeschooling and home education. I just bought a book called People in History. Apparently my daughter wants to show you. And this is going to accompany our home education, because what we learned in the Charlotte Mason method as well as the classical method is that children need to be hearing stories and morals and history in the form of telling a story. Not just memorizing facts, which is good to do memorization, but it tells a story. And so this is really cool. Like, for example, let's just pick one. Augustine felt ashamed and made up his mind to obey Gregory. He hurried back to the monks and told them to take courage. He had heard that Ethelbert, King of Kent, had married a Christian lady called Bertha, daughter of the king of Paris. And so the kind of storytelling that's happening here is telling them so that they can get into the story, and then they're remembering a lot of the facts that happen. This is a highly recommended book for Charlotte Mason people and for the classical conversations people. I started reading this book called The Core by Lee Bortons. She talks about what the classical model of education is and how education should be home-centered, and it's been really encouraging, and it's definitely a good read. If you are a teacher out there, if you are a mom interested in education, if you've gone to university in education, and you've never heard of the classical model of education, I highly recommend you get this book called The Core. It's an easy read, it's a short read. On Audible, it's only about like 6 hours long, I think, whereas the Francine Rivers books are usually like 16 hours long. So thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe, hit like, and I'd love to read your comments. Bye! I think there's such a joy in keeping a good home, in watching your children grow up, in cooking and cleaning and supporting your husband.